Alright. Video gaming. Hashtag video gaming. You missed you beating up that dumb No, I was there. Kind of. I was there at the end. What did I miss? What bug? I was there at the end, though. And that counts for something, right? I came back with the milk. What was the dumb bug that you hated? What was the dumb bug that you hated? I wish I could be of more... Oh, the Malek. The Malek. Everybody, you know you just drove that creature to extinction? You just killed the last Malek. How do you feel about that? You committed bug genocide. How do you feel about that? Lighthouse Hut. Lighthouse Hut. Here we go. We're in the lighthouse. He deserves it. Thank you, Inthafin. Genocide is always okay as long as the people who suffer it deserve it. Is apparently... It's a bug-eat-bug world out there. The bug-eat-bug world. And as long as I'm the one doing the eating, right? Alright, let's go exploring. Let's go exploring. I want to get down into that hamlet area that we did last time. He can eat my thorax. Sure. Sure. How'd it go, though? I saw where you ended up, and then you ended up in the Tower of Love. But you, called it quits there. I am not familiar with Hollow Knight, I have to say. I know of it. I've seen a lot of dear friends and family members, play through Hollow Knight. But to say that I'm familiar with it would be to lie. Okay, so this guy appears multiple times. Ooh, big frame weirdness. Okay. Big frame. Okay, he's going ham. Ow. That freaking hoited. You has arrived! Welcome, European Robin fan. How was your existence, I guess? How has your existence been over the past week? We'll go with that. Indeed. He's done. He's easy. Mostly was exploring after Malek the Mantis. The Tower of Love. Your existence sucks. Well, that's no fun. I apologize for that. As if I had some hand in it. I did not. So you can't blame me for anything. I'll still apologize anyways. Hopefully we can have some fun here, though. While I explore the fish town. Wait! I almost bit a bag. I almost did a bad shit. There's a lightning here. There's a lightning man up here, and I almost completely missed him. Give me bullets. Oh! No, I don't like that, actually. I was about to say, oh, well, that's nice. And then I'm like, no. That's not nice. That's bad, actually. You wish you had birdseed to eat? To munch? To munch on birdseed? When we had our parakeets, we put all that birdseed in the bowl. They'd throw the shells of the seeds all over the place. It was like a fine dusting of seed shells, wherever they were. Good birds. I want to get a bird. I think I'm a bird owner. I think I am constitutionally have a constitutional predisposition. There. That's what I want to say. I have a constitutional predisposition towards the ownership of birds. That feels right. Fish? No. Fish are too, how they say, you have no birdseed, you're hungry for birdseed? I don't know if you could do birds. You're very much a cat person. I like cats as well. I would do a cat and a bird. They'd have to get along, of course. I'd have to do a cat that wouldn't want to eat my bird. They'd have to be able to get along, of course. But I do like cats as well. Actually, is it today International Pet Day? Happy International Pet Day to all who celebrate. I like birds. They're wonderful animals. I think they're cool. If B was here, I would be a proto bird. But B is not here, so I don't get to be a proto bird. Ah! I see! I see the crux! That's awesome. Good trap. You're sad you're going to cry because you're out of birdseed? Are you hungry? Do you need to go fetch yourself some food? If you had to choose a bird, you'd probably do a crow. I was thinking crows, too. Crows and ravens. I know, stereotypical, it's edgy. But I do love crows. I'm a big fan of corvids. I am a big fan of corvids. And ravens can be taught to talk, which is pretty darn cool. But if we're going with normal, like, pet birds? At least he didn't say bald eagle. I wouldn't have a pet bald eagle. I think that's illegal. But they are extra smart, indeed. If I had to choose, like, a stereotypical pet bird, it would be, ow. Okay. The cockatrice. Yeah, don't look at me, man. You're the one who did that. I want to hit you with the auger. Mine first. Okay. There we go. Because bald eagle is the true basic answer for favorite bird. Is it really? If you own a bird, you would own a zebra finch. I think zebra finches are really cute. I'm gonna push back on bald eagles being a basic favorite bird unless you're like super close to like the most patriotic patriots of all time. Because I feel like bald eagle being a favorite bird is odd. I think most people pick stuff like bluebirds. Bluebirds. Robins. European robin fan. Maybe. Maybe the call is coming from inside the house. Have you ever considered this? No, but that is interesting. I want to meet the guy whose bird... That's Uncle Sam. You're talking about Uncle Sam. Especially bald eagles. Yeah, but bald eagle... you said something about Nova Scotia before, right? Bald eagles live in Nova Scotia, don't they? In Canada. Oh, Canada. My home and native land. Don't know the rest. Sorry. Don't know the rest of the song. I don't need to know Canada's national. You bloody hate your life. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I can be of much assistance at it, but hopefully we can enjoy a wonderful night of Bloodborne. You missed the... Were you there for the horse? I think you were there for the horse, but you missed Lady Maria. Lady Maria. Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Yep. This time I was ready for it. Oh! Why'd those pop? Okay. Strange. 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 Lots of bloodstone chunks. We didn't need to buy bloodstone chunks at all, chat. You're not a fan of Lady Maria? Why not? Miss Maria and the stealing of the 20 frames per second. Lady Maria and the stealing of the frame. This is hell. I think we found hell, my... Mm-hmm. Ah, look at that. That cleared it out. She isn't your type. Well, you can still enjoy a character even if you're not attracted to her. You can still enjoy a character even if you're not attracted to her, can you not? Can you not? You're picky on who you love. Well, you don't need to love Lady Maria. There's no... You don't need to necessarily love Lady Maria. Perhaps just tolerate her. You never liked or loved her, but you don't even know her. Maybe she's got a wonderful personality. This is unideal. I'm a little bit nervous about it. Dogs. Fish, dogs. That's a dog and a fish. Speaking of fish, my first, in honor of International Pet Day, my first ever pet was a crab. When we were living in this house when I was a youngin', Lady Maria is scary. Most FromSoft women are. Look at that. They try to trick you into believing that there is a texture of barnacles on here, but it's flat. It's completely flat. It is a completely flat texture. Isn't that neat? My first ever pet was a crab. Good old crab. It was a fiddler crab, if I remember correctly. Because we had in the living room we had a what they call an aquarium. It was full of random fishes, and we could each of us children got to choose a fish to populate the aquarium, and of course I went with a crab because that's a great fish. But unfortunately, the fiddler crab somehow, in some way, managed to escape the confines of the aquarium, which was a problem because then it had a like 4-foot drop onto the floor, cracked its shell, and died. Jumped out of the aquarium and fell to its death, which is kind of rough for someone's first pet. I'm gonna get don't do it. God, that's a cool animation. Kind of rough for someone's first pet. So, I got another fiddler crab. And unfortunately, this one too dreamed of better days beyond the glass of the aquarium, and it too managed to make itself acquainted with the tile floor below. So I got a third crab. Can you see where this is going, chat? Can you see? Can you see where this is going, chat? Well, they say third time's the charm. And the third crab also did escape. But it also... You tolerate and love ebrietus. You're allowed to tolerate and love ebrietus. But the third crab also met its fate on the floor. Yeah, it just sounds like you're feeding crabs to the linoleum. Look, I was like 4. Maybe younger. I might have been younger than that. I chose the crab at first. And the thing was that I was always, why do crabs hate you? Crabs don't hate me. They hate the aquarium. I was really young. I chose the first crab. And the thing was, it wasn't like that thing where, you know, if you're really young and your parents don't necessarily want to introduce you to the concept of death yet. Yeah, crabs crave the linoleum. It was real tile, by the way, so everybody back off of the linoleum, okay? No, so, it might have been linoleum. I'm pretty sure it was real tile, though. Like how goats crave the mineral. You mean salt? Goats crave salt, don't they? But I chose the first crab. After that, every crab was meant to placate me. But the thing was is that it wasn't like that thing you do with children where you don't necessarily want to introduce them to the concept of death yet, where you go, I'm so sorry, Fluffy had to go live on a farm upstate when Fluffy bit the big one. No. I was usually up incredibly early as a young child, which meant that I'd get up and go out to look at my crab, and my crab would be dead on the floor because it fell off. And they'd just go, oh man, that sucks, bud. Do you want another one? And I'm like, I guess. Will this one also do that? No, surely it's a freak accident. By the second time, you would think that there would be like some precaution taken. But no. Nope, just a bunch of dead crabs. Finally, it's stuck that we should probably stop getting crabs. because the crabs have a tendency to throw themselves into the abyss. And there's only so many times that you should make a little child find the body of their pet. So, we ended up getting a Plecostomus. One of those little glass suckers. Because, again, I could not be swayed towards a pretty fish. I needed a fish with a weird face or a big claw. So we got a Plecostomus. And that one lived for much longer. That one was a resilient little guy. Far less likely to throw himself off the sides of the glass. But that's, for International Pet Day, that's the story of my first ever pet. Could have done the funny and got the... What is a gun crab? Explain to me right now, because that sounds awesome. I would love a crab with a gun. I want a crab that's armed. I want a martial crab. Don't necessarily like that. I don't want to go that way. Alright, we cleared out this little area. I don't know its actual name, but it has a very Well, that's what I had. I had a fiddler crab. It had one... Or I had several fiddler crabs. They had, like, one oversized claw. I can't imagine... Because this was back when Walmart still had fish tanks in the back. Right? This is back when Walmart still had fish tanks in the back. And said claws used to launch. Oh, you're thinking of the... No, I don't think that's... Are you thinking of the pistol shrimp? Your first ever pet was Stumpy, the bobtailed cat. I got her when she was going to be 22 years old, October 31st. Happy Halloween, old lady. That's amazing. Can I get 6 rounds of applause for Stumpy, the bobtailed cat? 22 years old. God bless. I think you're thinking of the pistol shrimp, the one that shoots bubbles. There must be a crab that does that too, though, right? Is it a pistol shrimp? I think your oldest cat right now is 9 or 10. Oh, she's living. Amen. Amen. She's more than alive. She is more than alive. Thank you for rounds of applause in chat. Thank you. Thank you for Stumpy. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I have a cat. I hate him. He's huge, and he's dumb, and he's orange. Okay. Look at all these snimmin. What are these snimmin doing? Nope. Nope, no thank you. Orange cats are always dumb. Very true. Very true. But he's big and he's fat. I want him to lose weight, but it's so hard to get him to lose weight. I want him... He used to play fetch. The Snimmin. He used to play fetch. Now he does not play fetch. He does not play fetch. What? Fight who? Ebrietus is dead. I can't resurrect Ebrietus. It would be cool if that's the way it worked, but I can't resurrect Ebrietus. Okay, we're good. You can't resurrect dead bosses. Yeah, she is pretty. I know that she's in the Chalice dungeons. She's in the Chalice dungeons. Well then, what a view. Alright, moving on. So we might be able to resurrect or like fight her again some other time, but I'd have to get to that point in the Chalice dungeon. Oh, that was really close. That was really close. That could have been nasty. That could have been nasty. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm thinking that... No lightning. No lightning. That is a huge stick, sir. That is a huge... That is a comically oversized stick. That is a massive... I don't think we need... You love your wife. I think I miss my... A huge what? Stick! S-T-I-C-K! A large branch! I didn't say anything else. Okay. I don't have enough to level up, I don't think at all. I don't have enough to level up, I don't think at all. Alright, let's go exploring. I know what's past this gate. I know what's past... Yeah, big wood. I know what's past here. Alright. Yep. I don't think that she has a stick. I think she has tentacles. Miracle of birth. Nature. Yeah, man, I feel that. And the pain he just felt coming back into the world will be enacted upon us tenfold. Yow, indeed, sir. Ooh, big hit. Ooh. Okay, this is my first time ever fighting this boss, so let's learn. Okay, trade. Probably not great to trade with him. Okay, interesting move. Yow, indeed. Hey! Feel bad. His mother died. Yep. Yep. That's why the nightmare's here. Well, it was worth a try. Ooh! Stuck on his hitbox there. Oh, okay. You're retreating? Yow, indeed. Sir! Your umbilical cord is still attached! Just got shot him with a shotgun. You know how it is. I want that backstab. Yeah. Okay, over the head. Big charge heavy. Come on. Oh, hello. Oh, he got clean. Ah! Yep. Fine. I'm shooting this infant because he's trying to kill me with his placenta. Obviously. Ooh. Ow! Hey, that wasn't bad for a first attempt. That was not bad for a first attempt. I'll take that. I kind of want more from his song, honestly. Two-thirds of the way. Yeah, just about. Yow! Yow! That's what he sounds like. I wish to bring Koss back to life because Koss is pretty. Yeah, I bet a lot of people wish Koss was alive. Namely the orphan. I bet the orphan misses his mama. To be without a mother. People's fan art of Koss is beautiful. People's fan art of this game is beautiful, European Robin fan. I agree with that. people's fan art of this game is gorgeous. I feel like I missed the accursed brew. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in the fishing hamlet, and I don't have it. So I'm a little bit sad about that. Alright, let's go again. That wasn't a bad first attempt. I don't know if I'll ever get close again like that. You wish to hug? The orphan needs a hug. The orphan needs a hug. The orphan needs a mama. Alright. Hey, bud, I know you were just born, but we gotta go again. Big leap. Ow. Oh. Careful of that. Alright, let's reset. What are you gonna do now, big boy? Yep. Cool. Give me the booty. Okay, fine. Yeah. Ow. What is that? What did you just do? Big stab. What are you doing? What is that? Stop it. Ow. Stop that. Ow. Okay. Huge damage for baby boy. He was just born. He needs to be spanked. It's tradition. You want to spank him with your wings? Small ones, though. I don't know if you should spank him. He's just a little boy. He's just a baby boy. He's just a little boy. Why is that a tradition? Why is that a tradition? Wings. Wings. I wish I had wings. I'd fly around. I wish I could fly. I would see so many beautiful things if I could fly. What is with the smacking of the baby's bottom after they're born? Why is that a tradition? Why is that a tradition? I haven't thought about that ever, actually. It's not something that I think about a lot. I think it was to wake the baby up. The baby's already up. It's squalling. It's letting everybody know that it's up. It has just entered the life. And it has something to say about it. The baby come out squalling, typically. You want the baby to come out squalling. Though, to say that I am familiar with the mechanics of birth is, you would suck at raising kids. Do robins typically raise their children? Ow. I managed to dodge into that. Okay. Ow, okay. Okay. So you want to dodge into him, not away from him. Human kids? No. It jolts the baby into taking their first breath. Is that real? Aki, is that real? But bird children, yes, you raise your fledglings perfectly. I don't know the habits of bird raising. I know some birds, like, isn't there that one bird, kookaburra? Is it kookaburras? Is it kookaburras that, invade the nests of other birds? Laugh, kookaburra, laugh, kookaburra, laugh. How gay your life must be. But I don't know which birds raise and which birds don't. I mean, all of them kind of raise, right? Is it starlings? Starlings are the one that invade another nest? There must be several. Crows, I know, tend to stay close to where they hatched and help raise for their young. Yeah, but crows live in giant, like, clans, don't they? Like, huge family units. Crows have their big old clans. Alright, man, let's go again. Woo! Oh, my bad. Yeah, let's stagger you. Okay. The problem is that sometimes he gets stuck on his hitbox when you're trying to get behind him. Imagine. Imagine how awesome that would have been. Okay. That could have killed. Oh, really? I disagree. I actually disagree with that hitting. They're an invasive species. They hoard around feeders, plus they are absolute dicks to any other bird. Starlings? Yeah, it's literally called a murder of crows. His wings are pretty, though, the orphan's wings. They are pretty. The orphan could be pretty if he wasn't so garbled. He's just a newborn baby. Newborns are never pretty. Newborns are never pretty. They're always scrungly. Someone needs to clean that kid up. The act of lungs filling with air. Close off the 2 valves in the heart that are used while in the womb, but not needed once you start oxygenating your own blood. Yeah, because babies exist in the fluid. The fluid. Holy bejesus, that is crazy to think about, right? That when you're in the womb, you're not even breathing. I mean, you are. Are you breathing? You're not really breathing, are you? Like, you're not oxygenating your own blood, you're just there. Your heart's pumping, but are your lungs expanding? I don't think so. Right? You're just you were born via C-section? Good for you. I didn't know robins had C-sections. Ow. My bad. I think you should come over here, brother. I don't want to fight over your dead body. Yeah, not breathing. That's why you need a little help working those collapsed lungs when born. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, I think we should just restart. Birth is horrifying. Birth is utterly horrifying. Okay. My bad. Birth is scary and I don't like it. I don't like it. I agree with chat. I agree with chat. Good try! Good try! Let's go again. Good try! Okay, we did so well the first attempt, and every other time it's been like, oh boy. Oh boy, not even close. Humans are scary? Yeah, I agree with that. You want to be with birds. I wish I were a bird. What anime is that? What anime is that? I've seen the just that clip of the little cat guy who comes through the window and he goes, "Hello, everyone. I wish I were a bird," but I don't know what the is at all. No, not familiar. Not familiar. You're not an anime fan. Uh-oh. European Robin fan is not an anime fan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Will my weebs in chat rise up? The most oppressed group. Weeaboos. Oh, he does that. I want you to stay aggressive, brother. I know that scene too, don't worry. Dude was he was practicing his English because he had like a family member who was in America or something. Imagine how cool that would have been. That's such a scary movie. Imagine how cool that would have been. That felt generous, brother. That hitbox felt generous on your part. They're like, yeah, we'll give it to he's just a baby. He needs a handicap. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. I mean, anime is, some shows are good, others are not. Oh my gosh, it's like it's a medium or something. I mean, I think it's weird that anime is considered a genre in of itself. Ooh, that's hard to dodge. That's hard to dodge. I think it's weird that anime is considered a genre, though you're not particular. Door of the medium. Grenadiers one you enjoyed, but it has a lot of fan service. Again, anime has a lot of anime in it. And you have to be able to gauge how much someone can handle anime before you introduce an anime. You know what I mean? Some anime are more anime than others. You want your... Well, Abriata... Well, okay. I shouldn't have said anything about the Chalice Dungeons. I have no clue where Abriatus is in the Chalice dungeons. So us getting to Abriatus at all is not guaranteed. Some anime has too much. You want chaotic horror? Big fan of the Ghost Stories dub, though. Big fan of the Ghost Stories dub in chat. I also like the Ghost Stories. Spinny booby revolver reloads. Are you sure? What does that mean? The only anime that I've watched is Dan and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I like both of those a lot. I feel like there's another anime I finished. I finished Shimonetta. I like that one. That one is also what you would call a booby anime, though. My man. Okay. I don't know where it's safe to stand with you. Does Boondocks count? Boondocks is Western animation with an anime inspiration. I don't think it counts. It's like saying, does Avatar The Last Airbender count? And it's like, no. Or the early 2000s Teen Titans. No, it has an anime inspiration, but it's not. It's Western animation. I think it's fair to say that anime is Japanese animation. You can have Western animation with a... You watch season 1 of One Punch Man? Oh, I also like season 1 of One Punch Man. Actually, a lot. Thanks for reminding me that one existed, chat. No, don't move. Ooh. That is a long-lasting hitbox. But I don't go out of my way to watch a lot of anime, I have to say. I know there are a few anime that I have been recommended to watch. And it's like, yeah, Cowboy Bebop is one. I want to watch the original Sailor Moon, because I like magical girls, and I haven't seen any magical girl anime. And that's like the genre setter. Ow. I was, confident. Oh! Oh! That was an underhanded toss! I can see someone doing the humanization of Abriatus. I think that's fun. I actually like... What is that? Is that an internet rule where you take, like, an animal character and you turn them human? Woo! Okay. Oh, I'm still alive? I thought I was dead! No, I'm dead now. I thought I was dead! I'm trying to think of other... anime watched, because there's gotta be more. No, probably not. You don't like humanization and you love her the way... Yeah, you're allowed to love, but someone else wanted to humanize her, and that's a fun idea. Imagining a great one as a human, especially because the entire plot of this game is humans trying to ascend to become great ones and becoming monsters instead, because to ascend beyond what you are requires a sense of greed and lust for power that is not present in the actual Great Ones. So they don't ascend, they become... Gajinka? Literally Thank you! Thank you! Gajinka is the term. Thank you, Inthafin. Yes, I am actually a fan of Gajinka. I'm a reverse furry. Take a furry character and turn it human. That's what I want to see. Thank you, Inthafin. Sorry, I gotta go grab my souls. Don't go crazy, old man. I guess you're not old. You're literally just born. But you're gonna be old by the time we're done here because you're gonna kill me so much. You're gonna kill me so much. Alright, let's go. Once again, onto the breach. So jump into that. Get a stab. No stagger. Catch. Get the visceral here. Ow. Get some rally here. Okay, does he have, like... I was hoping for a stagger there, but he might have hyper armor during that move. He might have hyper armor during that move. Oh, that's sad. I don't like that. That move. Ow. That came out fast. Oh, he has that as a follow-up to you trying to run away. Tricky, tricky. Big jump. Yow, indeed. Big stab, big stagger. He does the leap back. Gets his punish. This guy probably is awful for no-hit runs. Do people try to do no-hit runs around this guy, or do they like? Because I would hate to do try to do a whole no-hit run of Bloodborne and then get to Orphan of Kos and fail because he's just like hard. He's just hard. I feel like this would not be a good guy to. Okay. Hang it. Okay, so he can do either side leap for that? Ah, I was wondering. But not fast enough to get the follow-up. Ow! I thought that was gonna be the other move. He just smacked me with the placenta. And then but I'm still alive. Not for long, though. Not for long, though. Oh, never mind. We're good. Yow, indeed, sir. Okay. Okay. Interesting. There he goes. Yow, indeed. Music completely changes. Woo! Yow, indeed. Is he still parryable now, or is he different? Okay, he's become a bullet hell boss. Big screams for baby. Whoa, that's scary. That's scary. I can't see! Do you think Kos should be in Super Smash Bros? I think Kos should be in Super Smash Bros. It'd be cool if Kos was in Super Smash Bros. We should put Kos in Super Smash Bros. That's a great idea. Kos in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I didn't realize this was going to be an Orphan of Kos stream, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. That second phase is kind of scary. Second phase is kind of scary. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, did you guys know the second phase was going to be kind of scary? I think it's nice for us to just sit and wait. Well, maybe I don't know what Chalice Dungeon she's in. I don't know what Chalice Dungeon she's in or how close I am to. So, I don't know when Briatus. If I shouldn't say when, if we ever see a Briatus. Not making promises I can't keep. Officially harder boss than Maria. I would, yes, I think a Orphan of Kos is a harder boss than Maria so far. This guy's following the FromSoft tradition of the final DLC boss being the true test of skill. Oh, I managed to dodge right back into that, huh? I was hoping. Yow, indeed. Oh, that was bad. I probably would have parried him if I augured, rather. No, I pressed, I tried to dodge, but I pressed, the right bumper for some reason. Ow. Which is, yep. Good move to parry if you're smart. Unfortunately, I'm not. Oh, he's still going, huh? Which version is that? Okay. Let's go again. Thought so? Me? Yep. I don't like that it hits behind him. Okay. Content to spam that. Oh, dead. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I wasn't dead there. But I am dead now, for sure. Maybe I wasn't dead there, but I am dead now. He always leaves me on 1 HP. He leaves me at 1 HP. Inflicted organ. What was this gruesome bait used? Why are you asking me? You're the one who made the lore on the screen. Michael Zaki, why are you asking me what it is? You're the one who put it there. Good lord. Expecting me to explain everything. Alright, here we go again. You know, maybe what I should do, instead of pulling the lever every single time for the elevator, is to send the elevator back up. That might be a good idea. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. But, you know. Come on. Who comes here for forward planning? Alright, let's try again. Orphan, of course. Or some say Cossum. Or some say Cossum. Alright. Do your thing, brother. Yow, indeed. Yeah, big stagger. Stuck on his hitbox. Okay. Yow. Oh, I do that every time, huh? Just that big old... Ooh, that could have been nasty. That would have been a bad trade. He doesn't really care for Augur. It doesn't do much to him. Augur doesn't seem to do much to him. Ooh. Big stagger. I had hoped. Top off. Go back in. What are you gonna do? I want you to do the leap. No, that's not what I want to do. That the yeah. Top off. Oh, that was weird. Okay. I got jumped off his hitbox there. Oh, I almost did the thing I always do. Okay. Okay. Where is it safe to be? Yow, indeed. Yow, indeed, sir. Okay. Ah, I did the thing again! If I could learn, I'd be so scary. Yow. Dang it. That move is mean. Oh, the underhanded toss! Okay. That sucks. I got comboed. I got comboed. 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 Deadlock now live in Highlighter. I don't play Deadlock. You have to ask Valve to play Deadlock, don't you? I started getting Deadlock content on my YouTube, though. Probably because I've been watching a lot of Overwatch content. Watching a ton of Overwatch content. I don't even really play Overwatch that much right now. I wanted to play a lot during the beginning of Season 1 because they had that 5-week thing and you could get a bunch of free stuff. But I haven't had a lot of incentive to play it recently. You're blushing because of your wife? You love her. Love her. You love your wife? Impossible. Gotta get an invite. You can send one if you want. That's cool. But why? That's cool, but why? Why? It might be a fun one to play. It might be a fun one to try out. I don't know. I don't know. I really like the doorman. The doorman seems really cool. Yes. Oh man, that move is brutal. Okay. That one sucks. Yeah, that move's brutal to dodge, huh? Oh, dang. Imagine. Getting rally on this guy is so dangerous. No, what? I call foul. That should have been a visceral. I got the parry fair and square. Nope, no. I totally just walked into that. Oh, okay. That was a series of unfortunate events. That was a series of unfortunate events. First, I passed through him instead of getting the visceral, which I'm not sure how that happened. Second, I walked straight into that highly telegraphed overhead slam because I wanted to dodge past it, but I didn't press the B button, I guess. And third, I got hit by a massive, massive slam hitbox. So, very, very bad, unfortunate series of events there. Especially because that was a pretty darn good run, if I do say so myself. We had stuff. We had stuff going on. If that visceral landed, he would have gone into second phase. Which would have been nice. You play versus bots, the most fun with a MOBA you've ever had. Are the bots good? Are the bots intelligent? Valve bots tend to be pretty okay. I like PvE better than PvP in every game, all the time, ever. I don't know. I don't like competition. Like, I don't mind competition, and I can enjoy competition, but I really dislike people who are competitive. They're smart enough to be a challenge? Good. I have to say, I get my knickers in a twist when someone is BMing. And it's so interesting because gaming is just kind of like where gamers have bad manners. They really do. And it's just kind of like, oh, you know, it's the way it is. And it's like, no, it's not. It doesn't have to be. Because I feel like there is a certain thing about quote-unquote real sports, quote-unquote in-person sports, and that's one of the big things, is that gaming is separated. You don't see the other person, right? Like when I have this you're going to cry, you miss your wife. I think I miss my wife. When the Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals is being racist in chat, he's not in danger of getting punched in the face for being racist in chat, right? If you're being racist in front of someone else in an actual soccer match, yeah, you are in danger of getting punched in the face. As you should be. Being racist is stupid. But, of course, the worst that's going to happen to him is he's going to get banned. We'll try and toss you in a fight. It's free, so no need to worry about. There's no... Yep, and because Valve is based. Okay, I can try to find you on Steam, I think. But, like... A lot of people are like, oh, you know, you didn't grow up in the lobbies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And it's like, no, I didn't have an Xbox 360. But, like, you shouldn't be mean to people. Just, like, as a thing. People were mean to me when I was in middle school, so now I'm racist in chat. Is not the argument you think it is. I hate the first in Bloodborne. They milked my wife. They used her blood to make beasts. I mean, they weren't trying to make beasts if it makes you feel better. They wanted to make more of your wife. Or they wanted to ascend to be the same thing as your wife. They just didn't do a good job. God, imagine. Imagine. That was ambitious on my part. Not a great run. I don't like that move. Okay, I should have gone behind him. I just get nervous. Imagine. My wife is dead, Tails. We want the moon. Okay. Oh, big frame chug or whatever that was. Yow indeed, sir. I do it every time I dodge there. I do it every time. Interesting. Sky has a similar weapon to the Putrescent Knight in Elden Ring. God, that damage. Ow. Does he even get covered in blood anymore? Or is he now immune to that? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that goes on forever, huh? Oh, no! No! I thought I was dead! I lived! Don't cast magic. Don't cast magic. Magic is for chumps. Here it comes. Ow! Okay. I want him to come out of there. Yeah. Ow. Stop it. Why is he still casting magic? Help! This. Oh my gosh! He turned into a bullet hell in the last. What? What was I supposed to do? I got a really bad RNG there, I think. He wouldn't stop casting. Holy bejesus. I was like, okay. He turned into a Toho game. Holy bejesus, brother. Come on. Lame. 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 Alright, let's go again. I was running out of resources anyway. I think I had like 3 blood vials left. But oh man, that was crazy. I don't think that was entirely intentional. I don't think that the final third of the fight is meant to turn into like a bullet hell. I think that was just I hope that was bad RNG on my part. I hope that... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I don't want to fight those guys. I want to fight the orphan. I hope that was bad RNG. I don't know. Well, I was talking about people playing video games and being mean to each other. It's just like it doesn't feel, because it's weird, right? The idea. I'm gonna stop outside the fog wall because I want to articulate my feelings about this. It's weird to me because essentially you're playing video games to have fun, right? And competitive games can be fun. It's fun to be in a competition with someone else. But it's just something... It is a phenomenon that only exists in video games, right? Because you wouldn't go out to a park and play a pickup game of basketball. And then when you win this random pickup game of basketball, you then are just like... I mean... You would probably see some people who are mean or rude during a pickup game of basketball, but they probably wouldn't be seen as people worth being around, or they would be in very real danger of starting an actual fight, right? The lack of consequences is very interesting because people they try to defend it with stuff like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. You're thin-skinned. It's like, it's not, I don't think it's wrong to say that you shouldn't be saying racial slurs just because you're losing in a video game. Right? Like, I feel that kind of makes you less. So I like competitive games. I don't like competitive gamers, is basically what I'm trying to get at. Because I feel like they have a weird relationship with competition. And of course, this isn't always true. But I'm just saying, I remember one time, like, I was playing Overwatch, and we were doing a 6v6 match, and I was playing Illari, which, if you know anything about Overwatch, funnily enough, someone else BMing makes it a lot easier for me to stop being mad or annoyed. It's just like, whoa, kind of wild to be saying slurs on main. It is absurd, and it does become kind of funny that it is so absurd. Ooh. If we were a real one, we could have gotten a backstab there. God, we're having a heal tank our way through this, huh? The problem is that every single hit he gives on us is two blood vials, but at least it's not a one shot. It is absurd. I think that's the best way to say it. It's just absurd. It is absurd to act like that. Dang it. I had hoped. Come on! No! So sad! We ran out of stamina, chat! Looks like you should have leveled resistance. Maybe. Maybe we should have leveled resistance a little. Maybe we should have leveled resistance a little. But it's, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like, I was playing Illari, and if you know anything about Overwatch, Illari needs to set up a pylon to do most of her healing. And I was playing Illari because we were doing a defense map on our defense mode on the map Shambali, I think that's what it's called, which is a map with really long sight lines and really like heavy chokes, which is good for Illari because she's also a hit scan character with a long range beam rifle. So she sets up a pylon and then she sits in the back and she shoots her little plink gun. And that's how she gets most of her value. Her value doesn't come from her little healing ray that she has on. It comes from dealing damage and setting up a pylon. Our other healer was an Ana, who is a literal sniper. Ana is a sniper character. She has no mobility and she can snipe. So she heals by sniping. And then our tank was a Sigma. And Sigma is a setup tank. So you see, we have a heavy setup build. Right? We have a heavy setup build. And our other tank goes Zarya. Okay. That's a good tank to go into, I think, Sigma and Ana and stuff like that. I feel like that's a really nice off tank for the comp we had. You can set up the bubbles where the defense is weaker. And you have a lot of damage. Sigma does a lot of damage. But, like, Zarya is good for damage. And she can be aggressive. I wasn't paying attention to the course on that. But the guy playing Zarya had a tendency to, like, run ahead into the entire enemy team, have both his bubbles pop, and then die. Like, it is not unfair to say that about 5 minutes into the game, he was 212. He was 212. Not a great stat line. But I remember he was in comms, like, berating the healers and berating the other tank and everybody else. We're winning. We are winning. Like, we're on the last point, but we're holding choke. And every single time he dies, it's because he pushes, like, we win a team fight, and then he pushes on alone, and he fights the entire enemy team. Yeah, running it down mid. He was running it down mid. He would try, we would win a team fight, he'd get overconfident, he'd run into the entire enemy team, die, look behind him and go, why wasn't my team with me? And it's like, why are you running past the choke? We have the setup. All we need to do is hold him at this choke. We have the pylon, we have the Ana, we have the Sigma. We are a setup comp. We're not a brawl comp, we're not a push comp. But he doesn't even, I think he was a little bit drunk. But he was not, he was in chat calling people like slurs and saying that like he can't do anything because his team is stupid, and he's calling us all kinds of names, and he just starts sitting and spawn and typing to our Genji. and wasting his ult if you're defending, having a setup is... Yeah, having setup is the best way to do it. We don't need to go to their spawn. In fact, I'd rather them have to have a lot of time between the fight and the spawn. Because say that you know, you're fighting 6v6, and they have to get 10 seconds of walk time to the fight, whereas we have 4 seconds of walk time to the fight. You kill one of them, now they have 20 seconds of downtime because of spawns. Like, that's good. That's like a whole team fight. 20 seconds of downtime is great. But he wanted to push to spawn, and it's like, we're not that kind of comp, brother. We're not that kind of comp. But everybody else was at fault. And we ended up winning, even with him dicking around in spawn and wasting his ultimate. We won the game. Imagine... intentionally, like, imagine how emasculating it must be to intentionally make the game a 5v6 and still have your team win without you. Hello? Imagine trying to throw and still win. But, like, that's the thing, is that it's like, it's everybody else's fault but my own. And that kind of mindset, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure it exists. But, like, when you actually see the faces of your teammates and you can actually watch them out on the field, it's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different. It's not... Plus, if you push their spawn, there's a good chance an enemy can sneak by and grab the objective. Yeah, they can back cap. And if you happen to lose a team fight while at their spawn, you know, they have the advantage because they're like right there. It's the thing I was talking about earlier, where one of the good things about what we were doing was the fact that we had less downtime than they did if they happened to die. Which is really good, really strong. Map control, brother. That's what the game is about. Overwatch is about map control and positioning. More so than raw damage and kills. It's not like other FPS. Ah, man. Okay, I think I'm going to give Orphan a few other tries, and then we're probably going to do something else. I think that's a good idea. I wasn't planning this to be an Orphan of Cost stream. So I think we're going to give Orphan a couple more tries and then call it good here. I'm really sorry, European Robin fan. I should not have mentioned that Ebrietas is in the Chalice Dungeons, because I have no clue what Chalice Dungeon she's in. It's probably something horrible. I should not have mentioned that Ebrietas was in the Chalice Dungeons, because I have no clue what Chalice Dungeon she's in. I have no clue. I think it would be safer to assume we're not going to fight Ebrietas again than we are. Because I can't just respawn her. I know that she's part of the Chalice Dungeons. Great is? Do you know where Great is? Do you know where Great is? Great is? What do you mean Great is? How far is Great is? Great is? Look up where Great is. What do you mean Great is? Great is? It's an is root chalice. She is 21. Do we even have the materials for it? What do we need for that? Do we even have the materials for it? We need Ritual Blood 5 times 9. Times 9. We have 3. Pearl Slugs 3. How many Pearl Slugs? We have the amount of Pearl Slugs we need. And we need 25 Arcane Haze. 25 Arcane Haze. Do you see how many we have? 3. We have 3! European Robin fan. We have 3! Great is... No way. We might do Chalice Dungeons, but not Ebrietas. I'm gonna put my foot down here. We're not fighting Ebrietas again this stream. Or maybe at all. I don't know. I don't know how far I want to go in the Chalice Dungeons playthrough. I kind of want to actually beat I kind of actually want to get to the end of the game. And I feel like doing that much Chalice Dungeon content would make me sad. Okay. Yow! Okay, that hit. I want to be really aggressive with him, but his damage is just so high that it's not a good idea. Oh, I did it again. Oh, nice. Nice dagger. Magic. If we could do that every time, that's a good idea. That move is so funky. Oh, am I dead? Chat, I'm dead. Chat, I'm dead. I have to say, I'm not a fan of Orphan of Kos's track. I don't know if that's sacrilegious. I don't know if someone's gonna come to my house and beat me to death with a placenta. But I'm not a fan of Orphan of Kos's track. I just don't think it's... I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's wrong. But... it reminds me of Fable 3. The beginning part reminds me of Fable 3. Any Fable 3 enjoyers in chat today? I remember Fable 3 was one of the games that came out on Game Pass. I remember having the original Fable on Xbox, but I don't think I was allowed to play it, per se. There was a lot of games that we had on the original Xbox that I wasn't necessarily allowed to touch. Because of... you love Landlord Simulator, that's exactly what that game is. It's interesting, because like most American households, the reason why I wasn't allowed to play... Fable 1 has romance content in it, right? That was the reason why I wasn't allowed to play it, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't allowed to have any games with nudity or sexual content, but like gratuitous violence was perfectly fine. Why? Because we're American, baby. Gratuitous violence is fine. This move sucks. That move sucks. You wish to kiss your wife? Most people kiss their wives, I think. Most people kiss their wives. That move sucks. I don't like that move. Can we strike that move? I want someone to bring up a list of moves for Orphan of Kos, and we're gonna put a strike on that one. Automod got you? Well then, I'm not sure I can help you with that. If Automod got you, my friend. I'm not sure. Oh, man. That's the thing. Moderators, channel infrastructure, bureaucracy. Good lord. That's all stuff that comes later, though. That's all stuff that you can put on the back burner. You said Fable doesn't have... yep. It doesn't have your effing wife. You can't use the F word. This is a no F word channel, okay? I want that written down in the annals of history. This is a no F word channel. You may have noticed I don't use curse words very often. I've been thinking about that, like just as a commentary style, because a lot of people do. A lot of people are big fans. As European Robin fan says, boring. This is a no F word channel. Boring. I'm just not a big fan of them. And there's a very specific reason for that, I think. Okay, this is all relating to the fact that I saw a clip of Nimmy Nightmare, VTuber I respect quite a bit. And she was talking about how she doesn't... Fajitas! Fajitas! Yeah, that's an F word we allow. On the... I swear every second. Yeah, see, I just don't... I don't typically... They don't color my lexicon. I don't use color words very often. I mean, I love exclamations, and I love approximations of curse words. But I don't use curse words very often. And it reminds me of a clip I saw of Nimi explaining why she never uses curse words. And she was talking about how in middle school, you know, she wanted to be cool and edgy, and she was with her friend. And her sometimes, not often, usually when I'm bothered. That's usually when people do it. And I think Mythbusters did a thing where they found that curse words do help. Like, they make you feel better. There's something visceral about them, right? And that's why they exist in the English language. Or in any language. Every language has curse words. And it's because there's something deeply visceral about saying a curse word. That regular, non-curse words can't... Sorry, I had to focus on that. Regular non-curse words don't fill the same place for a lot of people. But back to the Nimi story. I will eventually get around to the Nimi story, I promise. She was in middle school. She wanted to be cool and edgy. So she turned to her friend, who, they were complaining about something in class, and she said, you know, this is effing stupid. And her friend looked at her with such horror and, like, I wouldn't say disgust. I wonder what the exact word Nimi said. Like, she looked so disappointed in her for saying the F word. And that shame carried over to where she never said the F word again. And I like that story a lot. Aghast. Yes, perfect word, Cobalt. Aghast. She looked so aghast that Nimi would use such a naughty word. Oh, this is gonna suck. That Nimi would use such a disgusting word that she never wanted to use those words again. And I like that story a lot because it says a lot about, like, how important that social moment was for her, right? Trying to impress her friend, getting the exact opposite reaction than what she wanted, and then deciding then and there she never wants to have that reaction again. Wow, that was scary. If people are shocked by swearing, I'm out of here. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, some people, it is part of their, you don't care if people hate it, you do what you do. See, I don't know. I care very much how people perceive me. I care very much how people perceive me. So I am inclined to watch how I say and what I say, which is a problem because I also have a tendency to say exactly what is on my mind. They can be, but not all of them. They can be, but not all of them. I don't think you should hate people. I like people a lot, actually. I think humans are wonderful animals. Weird animals. Weird animals, but good animals nonetheless. I think people are my favorite animal. Is that a weird thing to say? When someone says, what's your favorite animal? And you go, humans. Is that a weird thing to say? Yeah, probably. In a social context, that's a weird thing to say, but I think it's honest. I think humans are my favorite animal. People are your least favorite animal? That's probably not true. You like mosquitoes better than people? Birds are better? Birds are beautiful. But birds can't have the concept of a favorite animal, and I think that's what makes humans win out in the end. But I don't know. I think about that story a lot. Mine isn't as fun. Just grew up in a household where swearing was bad. And it's like all swears, right? I remember that, like, I couldn't say the word screw or jerk. I was like, come on, those are the most mild euphemisms on the planet. But, you had the family member, the grandmother, who would wash your mouth out with soap if you said a bad word. And that stuck. That stuck. Your family swears a lot and you grew up. That's usually why, like, people who swear a lot typically grew up in an environment where people swore a lot. I did not. But, like, there was a lot of stuff that you weren't allowed to say. I wish I had as fun a story as, like, Middle school shame. That's just such a funny reason not to swear at all, to me. I like that story a lot. Oh, I hate that move. One F-bomb now and then is I hate, but if it's every other, it's a bit much for me. Like my Hatchme and Tiamat get to the point. Yeah, well, and it's like, it's interesting because I know that there are some studies that, and like take it everything with a grain of salt, right? But that people who swear often or use it as filler words tend to have lower intelligence. I don't know how true that is. That's probably just something people tell themselves to make feel superior to those who swear and those who don't. That basically puts you in a severe bubble wrap and hides you in the... Amen. I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. But I just don't... I don't like curse words. I don't use them. I try to avoid them. I bet you feel superior. I don't feel superior. I just don't much care for them. I think it's way... I think, like... I had a grandma wash my... I don't remember. Yep, perceived as devilish. I feel that. I feel that. Getting your mouth washed out with soap because he said something devilish. I feel that, chat member. One curse word is good for stress relief, using them on. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's like, drugs. You can do heroin every now and then, but, like, overusing it, you're not going to get anything out of it. Other than, like... Alright, let me grab my souls and get out of here. You win, Orphan. You win. We'll be back. We'll be back one day. Going to bash your skull in? Why? 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 Maybe we should go get a cursed brew. Trying to find. That might be worth trying to find. Fextra Life, tell me where a cursed brew is. Google, show me this guy's balls. I think, like, a well-timed F-bomb can be one of the funniest things ever. I don't hate your wife. I hate Chalice Dungeons. I don't hate your wife. I hate Chalice Dungeons. Get that straight. Get that straight. Your wife chose a really bad apartment. Your wife chose a really bad apartment. I think a well-timed F-bomb can be really funny. But, I don't know how to time it. I think I hate my wife. I want the accursed brew. After, when you exit the first NPC... Oh! Huh. That's interesting. We have to do this, chat. What do you think of Bonita's new look? What do you think of Bonita's new look? That's our new look. I don't hate your wife. I hate a witch. Perfect. No notes. Yep, this is our new look, everybody. I look like a cauliflower. I look like a cauliflower. Milkweed is a pretty plant. I like plants. Plants are pretty cool. Plants are pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see. How much damage does it do? It does 566 damage at 50 arcane. That's pretty beefy. That's pretty beefy, chat. That's pretty beefy. Do we have blue feet now? Aw, we have normal feet. Wait. It just affects our head and hands. It just affects our head and hands. That's lame. 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 I don't like it. I wish it affected more. I wish it affected more. Where we were wearing, yeah, Maria. I don't know. Maybe we should go back to the, Here you are. Are we allowed to wear hats? Can we even wear our crown? I mean, I guess we're wearing our crown under all that. I don't know about that, but it looks like we are, I guess. What does this rune even do? Small increase to item discovery. Small increase to item discovery, which is pretty good. We have a lot of arcane. Small increase to items. Yeah, Bergenworth.
Curse here, curse there. A curse for he and she. White hair. A bottomless curse. A bottomless sea. Source of all greatness. All things that be. Listen for the baneful chants. Weep with them as one in trance. And weep with us. Oh, weep with us.
That doesn't sound... Accursed brew! We did it!
Listen for the
Wait. Oh, that was new.
Listen for the bane. A call to the bloodless, wherever they be. A call to the bloodless, wherever they be. Fix your ears to hear our calls.
Very nice. Nice man. Nice individual. That man's a nice man. That man's a nice man. Can we get $5 trillion in chat for the nice man? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We can't go back that way. We cannot go back that way. I can't believe you guys thought we could go back that way. Bergenworth.
Blasphemous murders, blood-crazed fiend.
Oh, great. Alright. We got a new toy! We got a new toy! Head hurt. Head hurt. Thinking. I need to play. Maybe if I had that much, I'd run my own VTube agency to be part of it. That'd be awesome. I'd love to go corporate. I'm so corporate. You hear that? I'd love to be part of your corporation. Alright, we're normal now. Hi, everybody. I'm normal now. Now is the question. Do we give it a couple... it was considered one of the toughest balls in silver. Probably gonna be stuck against us also. Thank you for the money in chat. Then what is that? $1 trillion. $1 trillion in chat. Alright, so do we go Murgo's Loft? Do we go... Do we give, Orphan of Kos a few more tries? How long have we been here? I think... you know, I think maybe we'll give Orphan of Kos a couple more tries. And then we'll call it good for tonight. I think that's a good idea. And then we'll stream tomorrow again. And we'll just keep going until Orphan of Kos is dead. I think that's a good idea. Probably no stream Monday night because we're beginning Tech Week. Tech Week. I have to be up early on Monday. I'm so not excited. And early for realsies, guys. Early for realsies this time. I gotta be up at like 6 in the morning. I am not excited about that. That's not gonna be pretty for anyone involved. That's not gonna be pretty for anyone involved. And then Monday starts Tech Week, and then oh man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the show, my friend. I'm hoping it turns out okay. I'm hoping everything goes fine. All right, let's go again. This time I'm wearing my crown though, so I can't be beat. That time we didn't do the thing. Okay. Oh, I dodged right back into that because I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where I was going, chat. I mean, at least we don't have to worry about our souls anymore. I'm out of milk. I was drinking plain milk this entire time, chat. I bet you didn't know. I bet you did not know, but I was drinking plain milk this entire time. I hope that doesn't disturb anyone. I hope everybody's okay with that, but I was drinking plain milk this entire time. I'm a big fan of milk. I don't know how you guys feel about milk, but I'm a pretty big fan of milk. I think it makes the world go round, actually. Provides a constant source of power and strength to the vibe. Also, there's large swaths of the population who are incapable of tolerating it. Not a fan of skim. I like milk. Skim's fine. Whole's fine. 2%. Going down. It's going down the throat. I'm gonna drink it. It's going in the gullet. It's going in me gullet. There are large swaths of the human population who are not capable of imbibing it, and I feel really bad for those guys. Because I love milk. My roommate in college, noted lactose intolerant, would always go for there was a moment where he would always go for a root beer float every single day at dinner. He would always have a root beer float after dinner. And the problem with having a root beer float when you're lactose intolerant, chat, is that you're lactose intolerant. So it'd be like, oh, where's our friend? Where's he at? What's he doing? And then he'd just call from the bathroom, I'm in here. We wouldn't see him for like 2 hours. We wouldn't see him for like 2 hours. Every time. Every time. I had a bunch of weird roommates in college. That one was my favorite roommate. That was my favorite. But I had a bunch of weird roommates in college. I'm kind of glad that my first roommate failed. I was supposed to get, like, that. I'm pretty sure they just gave up on me. I went with the cheapo dorms. So I was with a bunch of other people who went with the cheapo dorms. My first roommate and I would not have vibed. I'm so glad he came a week early for sports and then found someone else to room with. Because my first semester in college was heaven. I had the entire dorm room to myself. And these were tiny dorm rooms. So it was small even for just one person. And if I had to share it with a guy that I straight up would not like, I probably would have died. So I'm glad that he decided to room with someone else. That top off. That move's dangerous. Okay. I like, in my head, I see things. In my... That was a great way to explain that. I see punishes, and I see like things I'm supposed to do. And I just can't seem to enact it. God, this guy takes a lot of thought. He takes a lot of brain power to work. Like, here would have been a good punish if I wasn't healing the fact that he hit me. No, don't do it twice! Ow. Yep, that's good. I will reset with you. No. Ah, man. If that doesn't get the backstab, you are so caught out. Okay. I'm not sure if I agree with that landing. Oh, it's that move! I hate that move! Okay. I had hoped for the stagger, but it wouldn't happen. I had hoped for the stagger, but it wouldn't happen. Again, the major problem I'm running into is that every 2 hits Or every hit is 2 blood vials. Which is not great for resource management. It is not great for resource management, chat. It is not great for resource management. If that happens. We're just not getting a lot of... I mean... We might... Let me go see... Because we're using... I'm not going to use the amygdalin arm on this guy. I don't know if the amygdalin arm would be a good choice. I feel like it's a little too slow. I don't know. I think it's a little too slow. I'm not going to use the amygdalin arm on him. I think we're going to keep using the Moonlight Greatsword. But let me see if I can put better gems on the Moonlight Greatsword. Let me see if I can find better gems. I mean, that one, but its HP gradually depletes 8. I bet that'd kill me so fast. That just kills so. Is there HP? I mean, attack versus the kin up might be good. Maybe that will do more damage to him? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, see. I mean, that's not... Yeah, it sucks that we have that gem. That it calls to me with its damage. But then it... calls to me. Well, let me go to Amygdalin Arm and see if we can find... That blunt gem is probably pretty good on it. That blunt gem. Well, we might have to move over the attack gems over to this weapon. You know what I mean? This is inventory management, the stream. Inventory management? Hey. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to reduce some of the attack here. For a sake of them. That damage, brother. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage. And I don't know if this would do more damage. I'm not sure if he's that weak to arcane attacks. And I do want the possibility of a parry. I do want... What boss are you fighting in Thafin, in Silksong? What boss are you fighting? Alright, let's try again. Let's try again! Let's see if we can get this guy. I feel like second phase is the big one. Best that beat that one boss. Why did... Oh, this boss. Yeah, that's how you do it. You tell yourself that this guy sucks, and then he actually does. That's how you win. You tell yourself that the guy you're fighting is actually really lame. Alright, let's go again. I'm worried about blood vials, actually. I'm worried about running out. That's more damage. Dang it, ran out of stamina. Oh, wow. Okay, that was almost my entire health bar. Oh, I hate that move. Yeah, might be a wash. Yeah. Not working out. Oh, man. The damage is what I'm running into. It's not my damage, it's his damage. You have to not get hit, actually, chat. You have to not get hit, actually. That's hard. That's hard. That's difficult. You have to not get hit by his attacks, actually. Do we have all the beasts? We don't have the beast hood yet. Do we? Do you get the beast hood for killing him in his cell? I don't know. I do want that. I do like that. whatever it is called. Yeah, the beast hide garb. I want the hood. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the bloodstains on this hide were from that day. What? The bloodied hide of a horrible cleric beast pulled over the back. He's wearing a dead hunter that turned into a beast. That's kind of messed up. What is up with Brador? He has a little bell. He hunts hunters. He's a weirdo, and he wears a former compatriot on his back. That's weird. That's weird. Reminds me of the Crowfeather garb, actually, just way more visceral. Way more visceral. Okay. Can't. Yeah. Okay. No, no. That's sad. Okay. Imagine how cool it would have been if we got that parry. Oh, that was just... I think that was lack of stamina on my part. This guy actually makes me run out of stamina. Which is not normal for Bloodborne, I feel. Ow. That came out fast. No, I thought he was going to stay. My bad. Oh, the underhanded toss. The overhanded toss. And then the leap back. Stop casting magic. Actually, no. Get all your magic out now so that when we get to second phase, you don't do it. How about that? Fair trade? Oh, it's that move. I hate that move. I never notice it coming, though, which is not... For as much as I hate it, I never notice that he's doing it. Okay. Gonna go. Yep. Do you see him switch models during that animation? That's really funny. Clever. Clever way to deal with that. Oh, lasers. Okay, now the music gets... I don't know exactly how to deal with that. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna spam that again. He is. Am I just unlucky, or is this how he does second phase? Lasers and lightning and lightning and lasers. He really... I'm gonna use your dead mom as cover. He really likes his laser attacks. Oh dear God. Oh. Can he be parried anymore, or is he not? Oh, dang. Yeah, I don't know if he can be parried in second phase. I don't know if he can be parried in second phase. It'd be cool if he could be, but is that his whole? Does he not have a lot of his phase 1 moves anymore? Is it a completely new moveset? If so, sad. I actually like a lot of his phase 1 moves. If he doesn't have Orphan of Cos, Orphan of God, I guess, okay, I'm looking at it. You can parry him. You can parry him in second phase, which might be worth. I was thinking about switching over to Blood Rapture instead of doing the increased. Oh! Okay, if we time that better. That was neat. That was neat. If we timed that better, maybe we could... That was the move I disliked. Okay. I'd hope. Aw, dang. No, still alive. Nope, dead. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go equip Blood Rapture. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna go for let's do Blood Rapture instead of the Rallying Rune. I love the Rallying Rune. I love Guidance, but I think if we can actually consistently parry him, we might be in a good place, chat. We might be in a good place, chat. I would love for him to die tonight, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. I just think from a how do they say it? From a content pacing perspective, it would be very good for him to die tonight so that we could focus on Murgo's Loft next. Where's Blood Rapture? Did I... Yeah, there it is. Alright, but this means we gotta start focusing on parrying, chat. This means we gotta start focusing on parrying. We gotta make it a thing. We gotta make it real. So we can't forget. We can't forget. We're gonna actually try to get some parries on this guy. That auger in the... I did not know! I did not know you could parry him midair. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. I like that quite a bit. I like that quite a bit. Blood Tinge build transition. Yeah, that's the problem, is that we have very, very low Blood Tinge. 5 Blood Tinge. 5 total Blood Tinge means that our Viscerals do very little damage, which is very unfortunate. Also, we're a Strength Arcane, which means that we don't even get the Visceral bonus from Skill. I'm pretty sure Skill gives Visceral damage bonus. Hey, bud. Are you gonna jump at me again? I don't know if fighting him in the water or fighting him on the beach is better. Okay, so that... We're gonna have to really figure out how to... That would probably be a good move to parry. That one... Not... Yeah, that one's good to parry. It is the literal minimum. 5 is the lowest Blood Tinge you can start with. Because we had to start with Cruel Fate. Ow. That comes out fast. Okay. Yow, indeed. Come on, give it. Oh, look at that. Full heal off of the... Really worth getting, huh? Really worth getting. Yeah, with Bonita, you could have had nothing else. I agree. I don't know if that's parryable. Probably is. We know that one is. Oh, okay. Help, tree! Dang it. We should have tried to parry that one, honestly. We should have tried to parry that one. That was our bad. But that was an insane amount of healing off the visceral there. That was a really good amount of healing off the visceral there. So we should probably do that. We should probably do that. So you can still, I'm reading this, you can still backstab him and parry him. Yeah, you can still parry or backstab him. So I think this is what we're gonna have. We're gonna fish for parries, chat. We're gonna fish for parries. Matthew Perry from Friends. Also, Whole 9 Yards. Great movie. Has Bruce Willis in it. Come on. Sad. Okay, don't. We get it. It's funny because Matthew Perry and Bruce Willis were in the Whole 9 Yards. And according to lore, they had a bet going that if Whole 9 Yards did well, Bruce Willis would appear in Friends. Whoa! Full heal off of that. Okay. I'm not complaining. Bruce Willis would appear in Friends with Matthew Perry. Depending on how well the movie did. And he would give up his entire money on Friends to, I can't remember if it was charity or something else. But, Whole 9 Yards was a smash hit, and he had to appear in Friends. So that's why Bruce Willis is in Friends. Sorry, that's not the most exciting way I could have told that story. But the fact that I'm thinking about it at all is getting me hit. This tree killed me last time. Are you gonna leap? Do a parryable move. That's parryable. Okay. Act 2! What are you gonna do? Cast magic. Okay. Nice. Confirmed. Confirmed parry. Okay, where'd he go? Okay. Okay. Nice. Confirm parry. Okay, he's all the way over there. Scary move. Scary move. So, if you notice there, the lightning strikes Koss's corpse and comes from Koss's corpse, which is a really interesting move there. I think that's fascinating. Okay. Don't do it! Ah! Prey slaughtered indeed. All right. And nobody heard me whimpering. B. Indeed. Indeed. That's me. B. Oh, nobody heard me whimpering. We're good. All right, let's look at Koss. She has a quite human-like face. A quite human-like. Here, I like that she has like tentacles coming out of her weird. It looks like hair splattered on the side. Then of course, very human-like. She's quite reminiscent of the Snimmin. But huge. I'm gonna stand on her dead body for a second. And then this is, of course, the distended belly where her youngin' was. Wait, oh. Hello. Now that they're her babies, we can ogle her corpse. Yeah, exactly. Now that her baby's out of the way, we can ogle her corpse. Here's her pregnant, where her pregnant belly. I'm glad that they covered up all the innards with the distended belly. That was nice of them. That was nice. And it looks, okay. Those don't look like, well, like, so she has these spines and these things on her, right? But I mean, those are mirrored, but they don't, I guess maybe there are the, like, little legs for her. But they looked like, parasites, like lampreys and stuff like that. I know that Koss has a ton of parasites. Koss has a ton of parasites. We just got one, actually. We just got it. Where is it? When the carcass of Koss washed up on the coast, its insides were teeming with tiny parasites, unlike any found in humans. This atypical weapon can be clasped tight and swung, but a Koss parasite is said to stimulate phantasms inhabiting a lumen world. Look at that. Alright. Die, Shadow Thing. Nightmare slain. Nightmare.
Sweet child of Koss, returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
Good. I love that. A bottomless, accepting of all that there is. Indeed. Indeed. Well, we won! Look at that. Orphan of Koss, first time ever killed. We got it. We had to switch to a parry setup.
Perhaps something has eased his suffering.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had new dialogue.
Good hunter.
Sorry. I just skipped through all that. That's my bad. But that's it. 40 arcane. Now we're gonna do health, and then after that we can do stamina. The Bloodborne. Where is German? Alright, let's see what we got. That we can't use. Weapons. Okay, so what is this weapon? Huh? Oh, it literally doesn't appear in your hands. Okay, get this out of here. We're going back to guidance. We're going back to guidance. We're never parrying again. Ooh! How about that? Okay. Yeah, it is a fist weapon. It makes you a man. It makes look at you. Oh! That's awesome. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. No notes. Best weapon ever. Yeah. I think I'm not allowed to use it without this hat in Daffin. I'm not allowed to use it without this hat in Daffin. I have to have this hat in Daffin. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to I'm not allowed to be a bloomin'. I'm not allowed to be a bloomin'. I'm not allowed. How many more of these do we need? I don't know. Screw it. Yes. We need yes. We need more yes amount of them. Arg! We still need more. Huh, those give 2 per. Okay. And then 1 so we can still talk to our doll. We got a bunch of rocks. Sorry, this is more stuff because I want to use this weapon. Yeah, +8 is fine. +8 is fine. But we gotta make them bad. We gotta make them. Gotta make them. Okay. Oh, they're weird. They're weird. Chat, they're 4 mans? They're weird, chat. They're weird. They're weird, chat. They're bizarre. Uh-oh. They don't have good gems, chat. They only do arcane damage, chat. This isn't oh. Blood tinge scaling? No. Chat. They have no physical attack, chat. Have no physical chat. Chat. How do you make these good? How do you make these good, chat? Huh? 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 Okay. Strange weapons. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I mean, let's go try them out, and then I think we'll call it for tonight. How about that? Let's go try them out, and then we'll call it for tonight. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Or maybe it would be better if we did, instead of going to, like, Yosefka's clinic, maybe. Oh, we're already 2 hours. Yeah, let's just goof around. I wanna see what these things can do, and then we'll call it on the victory that is killing Orphan of Kos. How about that? How about that? I don't know how to make these weapons good. I don't have any gems for them. I don't know how to get any gems